been raining all day. Sometimes you want to get stuff done on the farm. The weather just doesn't cooperate. It's literally been raining all day. So the ground is going to be a wet mess. The grass, I don't know. I don't know how much hay we'll get out of here. Just have to see how the weather plays out. But yeah, we're not doing anything today. Did a little bit of stuff around indoors. But yeah, I'll see you when this rain's gone. So I got a good night's sleep and thought I'd get up early and get some work done. Nope. Still raining. I have to start raising ducks. Well, the rain finally quit. You can see here our grass. It's not fully grown yet, but it's 44% moisture level on the grass. It's going to take a while to dry. 38% on the soil, ground moisture. So yeah, we're plenty moist. Sun finally is starting to come out a little bit. Let's go check on the cows, and then I actually want to get some seed in the ground. I've got a little test plot over around the corner from the house, so we'll check in on that. But first of all, let's go see. Animals are doing all right. The rain did seem to kind of fill up their water trough. This didn't go down quite as fast. But they're up to 80% health, so that's good. So let's go do chores now that the rain is over. Going over the cows, and then like I said, we're going to get some seed in the ground. Got some wheat. It's kind of a little test plot. I don't even have anything right now to harvest. We'll have to figure that out by fall. But we'll get a little bit of feed in case I want to get some chickens maybe, or something. Maybe a little straw. Let's see, I need to go in the other door, don't I? While I'm here. Let's get the water trough filled off. There we go. As you can see, I did get the other two beefs up here. Where's the third one? Third one's coming out of the barn there. So we do have 4 cattle. We got the milker and 3 beefs. So I think that's what we're going to run for now, and we'll just see how it goes. But, let's get this barn opened up. Not bad. It was cheap to build, you know. Some blocks. A few timbers and tin roof. Gets the job done. What's that? Huh. Not sure what that is. A little dark spot on the ground there. The other thing I need to keep an eye out for is a little slurry spreader. I can maybe find something cheap and used. Doesn't take much to top them off. But they should be good for a day or so. Let's get this all closed up. Actually, you know what? It's kind of a nice day. We'll let the breeze run through there. So, in other news, how are the cows doing? Putting on a little bit of weight. Not too bad, not too bad. Their health's coming up. That's good. It doesn't say not fertile anymore, so I don't know. I have to keep an eye on that. I'm not sure how that works with the cows. I thought maybe since she was already 2 years old that she'd already had a calf. But I think she has to have a calf once you own her. So, no milk yet. We'll see how that goes. But I think that's the way that works. I think she'll have to have a calf in our ownership. And then we'll get the milk. Alright, let's go over this test plot. The grass, just going to let that keep growing. Really interested to see how the grass stuff goes, because that's all new seasons, and I know they've had a lot of bugs with it. Hopefully they've fixed most of those. So I'll go under a little planter here. Cover closed up. I'm going to show you this little test plot I've got over here. I got it plowed up and got some lime down just in time for it to rain for about a day. So the field ought to be plenty moist. Elk are doing good over there. Black Mountain's very own giant elk. So I've got this just a little test plot here by the house. I think we're going to lay down some wheat. But before we do that, let's do some checking. So we've got 2 layers of fertilization. Why would that be? I've cultivated, which gives you 1, I think, from what I understand. Why do I have another? Does the lime give you another stage? I don't know. We're going to have to do some research on that. But if we pull out our little tool here, which charges you by the second, we're at 38% moisture, which is great. If we bring up our seasons menu here, we're going to plant wheat. We don't need to worry about frost, but drought resistance, it has none as a seed, so you want to keep an eye on if the water content's below 12%, which we're way over that, so we're good there. Just be aware that it has no drought resistance, so if you plant and the soil water content is below 12%, good chance you're going to have a lot of failed germination. And then it kind of gets better as it goes. But we're going to plant some wheat. And we'll see how that goes this year. We might expand that operation. There's several little spots around the property here where I could put down little plots. I don't have any room for a big field because we want that to be grass for the cattle. We've got some little spots. Could make that work. But then I have to find a way to harvest this stuff. I do not have a harvester. I don't really want to think about how much it would cost to get a harvester shipped up here. But maybe I can find something that will go on the tractor. Like an older style pull behind or pull beside harvester. I'll just have to keep an eye on the auctions and see what we can find around the area. It's a little bit awkward to work this field, but I thought it was a nice little spot. It's not doing anything here. It's relatively flat. Gets a little bit of shade in the morning. Gets a little bit of sun in the, or a little bit of sun in the morning, a little bit of shade in the afternoon. One thing I need to do to this map is add the multi-terrain angle. I haven't done that yet. It's easy to do. I just forgot to do it. Oot, if you're watching, add multi-terrain angle. Next update. I did change the grass back though. The new version of the map had the old, what I call elephant grass. I did change it to the German map style grass because I like that grass a lot better. It's way thinner, it just looks better. The Ravenport grass always reminds me of corn. Other than the grass change though, this, I believe this is pretty much just the stock version 2.0 of the map. I don't know that we need to make any other tweaks to it. Looking forward to next winter with the snow mass now. The highways will be clear. And I think in one of the screenshots, the sawmill was clear as well. So I think they keep that plowed. So that'll be nice. One more little pass here. There we go. Alright, we have a little test plot. Kind of see how that goes. Let's just take a drive around this side of the property. We won't get over here that much. I want to make sure I got all the stumps ground. And all the logs picked up. So right in here I was thinking about doing another little field. Or maybe even a garden. A decent amount of room. Just little patches here and there. We could get some crops in. And of course the big project, if I ever undertake it, would be to level this out over here. I moved a lot of dirt around, getting that pond dug. I'd almost like to make the dam not extend out so far. That's just kind of extra dirt there. Maybe take that extra dirt and put it right down in this depression and make this more level. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Always stuff to do on the farm. That was one thought, because that would be a lot more usable space there. And then I thought about maybe a little bit of a hillside field here. But I may just end up planting grass here, because I think if we try to row crop it, the erosion's going to be a little too much. It's fairly steep. But I think we could get some grass planted there. See how steep that is? It's really steep. But for now, we've got quite a bit of grass up here. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. If not, this first year we'll be buying some bales. And that's not a big deal. We're still doing okay in money. I did buy, what did I buy? I bought a cultivator. That's sitting over here somewhere. Magic teleporting cows. Cool. Good old farm sim. So the cows are growing with health. We got finally some seed in the ground. We'll see how that little test plot goes this year. I can learn a little bit about growing and how that works. And then we might get a little more ambitious. I kind of want to plant grass, but at the same time, I don't know if that works that well with seasons and the whole germination. And I don't know if, I assume that works, but that's a good point. Is that on the... It is. Okay. Alright, grass is on there. Basically, though, if we plow that up, we'd have to manage it more. Like right now, it's just wild grass. It's going to grow. It's not going to be the best yield it could be. But it's hands off. Don't have to worry about it. It's pretty much guaranteed grass, as far as I know. So, do we want to plow all that up? I'm not sure. I think I forgot to mention, I did fill in, there was a big hole. Not a big hole, but there was a depression here. I did get that filled in and got some grass planted back there. Right before, though, springtime. But now it's just a waiting game. I want to wait for this grass to grow. We'll get a full growth on it, and then we'll get the yeah, just ignore that background noise. Then we'll get the grass mowed, and we'll see about getting it dried. But let's take a look at the forecast. We're looking at average temp. We're still fairly coldish. Start touching the 60s towards the end of the week. It got some really good drying right in here. Starting tomorrow. Be fairly windy, it's not super sunny till later. Then we got some rain. So I don't know if, I'm not sure exactly when the grass is going to be full grown. But we'll, as wet as it is, we'll want to mow. If we could mow like Monday morning, and then have all this drying time Monday, that might work. But then Tuesday we got rain again, so I don't know. It's going to take a lot more planning here with seasons, but that's part of the fun. So I'm going to just wait it out, and hopefully next video we'll be cutting some grass and seeing how that goes. But that's it for this one. Thanks for hanging out, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.